Today I'm sharing the coolest little cup gift card holder that you can pop in any gift card, or you can do what I do and pop in a little homemade card, and I'm offering that today as a free download. To see this cool card die set from Gina K come together, along with my little insert, stick around. That video is coming up next. This die set from Gina K is called Give a Gift, and it has a cup and a gift box that you can use to hold gift cards. So this is currently part of her latest kit, but as with all her kits, next month they will be sold as a separate item. There's also a little stamp set called A Little Something that is designed with all these little greetings to go with this cup. And I've pulled a few other things. I've got this chunky knit stencil from Simon Says Stamp, some of Gina's cardstock, and some ink. So now let's get started. I've already done the die cutting, so we'll jump right into it. You need a front piece and a back piece for the cup gift holder, and this is very symmetrical, so that lines up perfectly. Now with the top of the cup, because it's not symmetrical, you're going to have to glue them stacked on top of one another. And if you want the back side to look a little more finished, just take a bone folder and go over that little edge that gets a little, well, crimped for lack of a better word, when you run it through the die cut machine, and that will just smooth it out a little. So on the back side, it looks nice, although most people aren't going to look at it and say, well, that looks pretty bad on the back. Now I'm using Gina's double duty grip mats. So there's a pattern on one side, but just a smooth, sticky photopolymer surface that is great for doing what I'm doing, which is stenciling. And I've got some craft ink that I'm going to blend right onto this craft cardstock for a nice tone-on-tone look. I thought this would be a cute way to make the little cozy look nice. So I'm adding on this ink color. I'm going to go probably with more of a medium pressure. I don't want it to be super dark, but I don't want it to be too light. Plus it will dry back a little and lighten. But I think this little chunky knit pattern is so sweet. I know Gina has a very similar, well, she has a cable knit sort of stamp, but I didn't have that. So I found this in my stash. All right, I'll go ahead and cut that out off camera. Now here's a look at what I designed that you can print out, and it says the same thing on every little paragraph, except I just changed one word. Mother, father, bestie, niece, nephew, aunt, uncle, and spouse. I just threw these together, and it's very easy. You print it out. Now, the directions right there are wrong. I updated the directions because what you need to do is there's another cut in there that I forgot. So you line it up the tall way, you cut it 6.5, give that a little slice, push it over to 3 1/4, and then you just cut the cards down to be 2 inches tall. So that's all you do. You can just print this at home. I have a inkjet printer that is ancient, and it still seems to print. So I got the card that I wanted, which is the one that says, "Your mother who loves you very much," and that's the one I'm going to use for my card. But they're very cute. So if you want a PDF that's easy to print, I'll have a link in my description to my blog, and that's where I'll have the download. I love to round corners for something like this, so I'm using Gina's little corner rounder and just figured that would slide in nicely. And now it's time to build the mechanism for the lid. And here we're just going to double up on these lower strips to give this just a little more realism and dimension, and get the top of the lid looking mighty fine. And now we will take the back part, and I'm just going to add a little liquid glue. Now, because I'm not using a gift card, this doesn't need to come off at all. This is part of the whole thing. Now, if you had a gift card, you could put terrific tape down or some other type of tape that you could probably get the gift card up easier. But I just used the liquid glue. And here I just brought in the terrific tape because I had it right there, and it's a really strong adhesive. But I'm not going down the sides, right? I want to keep those open so that I'll be able to put the lid on and then slide it over the cup. So I'm just going to take the backers off and line that up. And the part that goes on the front is the one that has the 2 extra little layers of dimension on that little lower piece. And that just makes it look more like a real cup. And now that will slide in magically like that. Now here's the thing. I didn't quite assemble this perfectly in the end. And actually, as you'll see, I forgot to show a few things that I did. I've been suffering from a head cold and I might sound pretty decent right now, but boy, let me tell you, it's hard to keep things straight when you're filming and you have congestion. That said, I'm lining up the front and the back of the cup and just putting that liquid on the edge. Now here's the thing. You could use the Terrific tape for this too. You just need enough to hold it in place. So while that's adhering, I'll pop on the little white detail for the cup at the bottom, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the back. Just a nice little way to finish off the cup and let those adhere. Oh, it's coming together. I love a pink cup. I know they don't really do a lot of pink cups, do they? Now I have this little open here that I stamped and die cut because there's a die in the die set for those greetings that will cut that out. I thought that's the way I wanted to go. I am going to change my mind. But here I'm lining up the little cozy, the sleeve, right on to the cup. And you'll know it's almost like a puzzle piece. You know when you're locked in there. And now all you have to do, now I was using tools for this because I painted my nails about 2 hours before. And even though they were dry, I thought, you know what, it's just habit. You just don't want to mess it up. So I kept sticking the blade in because there you go. That's how it goes in. Now, I think if I hadn't glued a certain part in the back, it might slide down easier. But actually, I think that looks great. And so, yeah, good to go. Now, off camera, I cut this circle and I actually scored lines with my score tool into the cardstock. This is warm cocoa. I did that before I cut it out and I just thought it added a little something, something. And again, I forgot to show you that, but this is pretty simple. And now just pop on that snowflake. Now you could build up more dimension. I just put one snowflake down and I thought, that's adorable. Then I put the open here up on the top of the cup. I stamped that off camera and I stamped and die cut these little greetings too. And that way it kind of gave me a nice little visual repetition of black and white with the greetings. So there's an odd number on there, right? There's 3. I didn't really do a design review at the end because head cold, but this is the finished little card. And I'm going to give this to my daughter. And I know she's going to say, rather than coffee, we're going to do a Twilight movie night. Oh, and it fits perfectly inside a warm cocoa envelope. And again, the little piece comes out. Oh my goodness. Gina, you have knocked this design out of the park. I love it so much. And I hope this inspires you to check it out. This could be used for so many different types of gift cards or things you make yourself. Check out the free download over on my blog, and you can find the supply list here in the YouTube description as well as on my blog. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next time I post. Here is another card project from the same kit that I'm sharing this, but just using some different products that you might be interested in checking out. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.